regarded as a five-star recruit by both Rivals.com and Scout.com recruiting networks. Peterson was listed as the best running back and overall prospect in the class of 2004 by Rivals.com. After considering schools such as Texas, Texas A&M, UCLA, Arkansas, and Miami, he decided that he wanted to go to school where he could be a difference maker in a national championship run and narrowed his choices down to USC and Oklahoma, concluding his high school football career at the annual U.S. Army All-American Bowl. He led the West with 95 yards on 9 carries and scored 2 touchdowns, announced at the game that he would attend the college at the University of Oklahoma. During his freshman season at Oklahoma, Peterson broke several NCAA freshman rushing records, rushing for a conference-leading 1,925 yards and leading the nation in carries with 339. In each of the first 9 games of the season, he rushed for more than 100 yards, which is his freshman record. He rushed for 100 yards in the season opener against Bowling Green, 117 yards against Houston, 183 yards against Oregon, 146 yards against Texas Tech, 225 yards against Texas, 130 yards against Kansas State, and 122 yards against Kansas. Against Oklahoma State on October 30, 2004, Peterson rushed for 80 yards and rushed for 161 yards in the third quarter, finishing with a career high of 249 yards. Despite dislocating his left shoulder in the first half, he managed to run for 101 yards and a touchdown on 29 carries, his 9th straight 100-yard game. Against Texas A&M in the next game against Nebraska, he saw little action because of his shoulder injury and finished with 58 yards, which ended his streak of consecutive games with at least 100 yards, rushing at 9. In a game against Baylor, Peterson ran for 240 yards, including 3 second-half touchdowns, and set the NCAA record for most 100 yards games by a freshman, 11 against Colorado. Oklahoma, who were one of the poorest rushing teams the year before, became one of the nation's best.